Look at the child, so gentle, so pure. No one could have imagined that this innocent baby would one day become the face of terror. The man whose names would echo through history as a symbol of unimaginable destruction. Adolf Hitler was born in 1889 in a quiet town in Austria-Hungary, far from the chaos he would one day unleash. His father, Alois Hitler, was a stern customs officer, ambitious, controlling, and short-tempered. Alois's life was complicated. Multiple marriages, affairs, and a hunger for power. Even within his own home, his young wife, Clara, was much younger and deeply devoted to their son, Adolf. After losing 3 children in infancy, Clara poured all her love and protection into little Adolf. He was her treasure, her miracle, and she spoiled him endlessly. The family moved often, and young Adolf attended several schools. His father's iron discipline clashed with Adolf's sensitive and rebellious nature. Alois dreamed his son would become a civil servant, but Adolf dreamed of color, imagination, and art. School was where his dull nature began to show at first. He was bright, well-liked, and often led his friends in playful war games. But as the year passed, his behavior grew defiant. He mocked the teachers, ignored rules, and was drawn to ideas of power and destiny. At home, he adored his mother and feared his father. Every beating, every harsh word drove him further away from obedience and closer to bitterness. Then tragedy struck. When Adolf was just 10, his younger brother, the sibling he loved the most, died of measles. The loss shattered him. Neighbors would later recall seeing the boy wander near the cemetery at night, talking to himself, staring at the stars, searching for meaning. As a teenager, Hitler's hurt was not in academics. He wanted to paint, to draw, to create, but his father wanted him to wear a uniform. Their clashes grew fierce until one day the old man died. Adolf, free at last from his father's shadow, set his sights on Vienna, the city of art, culture, and dreams. But her dreams were quickly crushed. He failed this entrance exam to the Vienna Academy of Fine Arts twice. Then fate struck again. His beloved mother fell gravely ill. Adolf nursed her through her final days, and when she died, he was devastated. The family doctor later said he had never seen anyone grieve so deeply. Homeless in Vienna, alone and without money, Hitler drifted through the streets of Vienna, sleeping in shelters, selling small watercolor paintings for a few coins. But it was here, in these cold, hopeless years, that something dark began to grow inside him. He read nationalist newspapers filled with hatred. He listened to speeches that blamed minorities, especially Jews, for society's problems. Slowly, the struggling artist became a vessel for anger and resentment. By his mid-20s, Hitler left Austria for Germany, a country he idolized. When war broke out in 1914, he found the purpose he had been searching for. He volunteered for a German army, and for the first time he felt he belonged. The Great War was brutal, beyond imagination. Yet Hitler thrived in the discipline and brotherhood of the front lines. He was wounded more than once, narrowly escaping death, and was even awarded the Iron Cross for bravery. But in 1918, everything changed. A Gaza attack left him temporarily blind. As he recovered in a hospital bed, the news came: Germany has surrendered.
Surrender of all German land, sea, and air forces in Europe to the Allied expeditionary forces and simultaneously to the Soviet High Command. Hostilities will end officially at 1 minute after midnight tonight.
The peace treaty that followed humiliated Germany. The nation lost land, power, and pride. Millions of Germans felt betrayed, believing they had been stabbed in the back by politicians, communists, and Jews. For Hitler, the belief became an obsession. The pain of defeat, the humiliation of poverty, the anger at a world that had rejected him, all began to fuse into a single burning ideology. From the ashes of his failed dreams, a dictator was born.